So how can shop owners' business be affected by downtime? I mean, being in a cloud-based software, it's a lot easier for that question to get answered, right? So you don't have to do things like manage your own IT, right? In the old server-based systems, you're trying to manipulate a $10 or $20,000 computer, constant upkeep of managing that, doing constant updates to it, doing manual backups and whatnot. All of that's taken away when you move to a cloud-based system. All of that's being managed by, in our case, AWS, which is Amazon, tiny little company that probably nobody's heard of. But in all seriousness, Amazon handles all of the redundancy, the backups, making sure that the software is up and running at all times, well over a 99% uptime. So in a case where, let's say, a wiring infrastructure, Ethernet cable comes disconnected, that connects one computer to your server computer in a shop, that just doesn't exist anymore when you move to the cloud. So actually, cloud-based systems have far more uptime. And even if you lost something like internet, if you just lost your internet for just a small amount of time, there's a number of things you can do. You can create a hotspot off of your phone. I've done that multiple times. I could be working from anywhere in the world. I just turn on a hotspot on my cell phone, connect it to my laptop, and I'm using the internet. I've even got some clients that have what they call is a fail-proof or fail-safe router. So if their internet service provider just went down, they lost internet, for a very nominal fee, I want to say like $10 a month or something like that, the router will immediately switch over to cellular data and then start using cellular data to still continue putting out internet into the entire shop. So still, the shop never has any downtime in that scenario. And a third scenario, which I actually just had a shop owner tell me about, I think it was last week. They told me that they had power get knocked out. So everything, not just internet, but all of the power was knocked out. And of course, it was right at the end of the day on a Friday. Multiple customers standing there waiting to pay and pick up their vehicles, ready for the weekend. This gentleman actually fired up Tekmetric right there on his cell phone, used our fully integrated text to pay feature through Tech Merchant, used text to pay, texted every one of his customers that was standing there. They all text right back, paid him, picked up their cars. There was zero delay of any sort to his business or any inconvenience to his customers. So when people say that they're afraid of moving to the cloud or moving to a web-based or cloud-based software, I've got so many success stories where it's actually more convenient, less overhead, less cost, less responsibility on the shop owner. So most people, once they realize that, it's a pretty easy decision to make. Yeah, so Tekmetric itself, there's a lot of things that we do that we can manage to help make sure that there's nothing we do to negatively affect the uptime of Tekmetric. Now, the software itself is running on AWS, and so Amazon maintains that. There's multiple redundancy. It's on servers on the East Coast, servers on the West Coast, and on multiple servers on each of those coasts. So that being said, if a server starts to slow down, bog down, additional servers spin up. Likewise, for us, we just take our own internal policies. Things like updates to the software, those are done late at night. So that there's a minimum number of users on our software. Same thing with data extractions and importing new data to our shop owners. That's done on late on Saturday nights and on Sunday mornings when there's very few people on our software. So any type of fluctuations that were ever going to possibly be created on those servers and on the software, we do those late at night, on weekends and so forth. So that's a minimum imposition or possible imposition to any of our customers.